Yaps. It's in the name. Okay, there's this thing I've been seeing going around the internet, and it is called black fatigue. And I don't know if black fatigue is real, because I think this exists within every ethnicity. Every ethnicity has its problems, right? Because we're all human. I just think this is the inability to really have good social behaviors. When bad social behaviors persist in your culture and your tradition, I think it gets hard to be able to be a benefit to society. But this guy was calling it out all the way back in 22 years ago. So 2003.
I really want you guys to understand that time is running out. And a lot of black people say that, but for real. Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in
Kind of sounds like Obama.
terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency
Like the currency of how he's talking, or the tempo of how he's talking.
that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up.
He sounds just like Obama.
White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy
It's not just white America. It's legitimately just Americans. Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, other black Americans. Yes, white Americans, but all kinds of Americans.
they may have had to our plight.
And if you're gonna say white Americans, well, what kind of white? British people are white. Swedish people are white. Like Russian people are white. There's so many variations of quote unquote white that you can't just paint a picture over a broad paintbrush over their culture as well, right? Same thing with black. There's so many different variations of black and dark colored people that you can't just say black culture and just think Africa is all the same.
Is completely gone. You're approaching a country that, forget hating black people and not hating black people, they just don't care. You can be talking about affirmative action, they can be like, I don't care. It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery. I don't care about segregation. I don't care about you. I don't care how many of you all go to jail. I don't care at all, because I'm broke.
True. Damn. True. At the end of the day, everyone's just focused on their lives. And it's worse if someone doesn't hate you and they're just apathetic and they just don't care. That is worse because there's no emotion. Hate is at least an emotion that could be used for good, right? Anger and like frustration doesn't have to be taken out in violence, right? You can use that as motivation to do better and be better. But if there's nothing, what are you supposed to do?
You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool? They're gonna talk to you? Yeah, right.
I do think that one of the ways that you could tell how educated somebody is just with communication, just by talking with them. And when there's this ghetto talk, this thing of like, I don't think that's ghetto, I don't think, like that kind of attitude, then like no one's gonna want to talk with that, because not because you're black or whatever color of skin that you are. It's just because you're probably not gonna go into that conversation with all the facts and the willingness to maybe say that you were wrong.
Let's talk about black fatigue, because I know I got a lot of niggas upset. So black fatigue is basically the majority of America, every race, is collectively coming to the realization that
Every race,
black people
not just white.
are fucking shit up. Let me elaborate. The recent Carmelo Anthony situation where
That this is wild. Both sides. And the other chick who the one white woman who yelled at the young black kid and called him a ninja, not an actual ninja, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, it's just stupid.
Metcalf was stabbed and murdered at school by a lunatic who happened to be of the melanated descent, right? People are starting to really get fed up with the media and the schools and all these politicians constantly talking about how black people are oppressed and victims of white supremacy, and using that excuse as a perpetual cover-up for all the cultural degeneracy that exists in the black community. Niggas is tired. I'm seeing it all throughout my social media. I agree with a lot of this that they're saying because it's very true. Like, we've been talking about the issues within black culture for years at this point. And most niggas don't want to hear it. That's just the bottom line. But the truth is, people are fed up. And so now me as an involuntary Negro, because I don't even want to be associated with y'all, but I am. I'm finna have to get real loud. We might have to start a KKK, me and some more black conservatives, because you niggas just don't know how to act in a civilized society. Y'all don't know how to get married. Y'all don't know.
See, it's the social aspect. It's not knowing how to handle yourselves in a civilized society. But there's all kinds of ethnicities and background that have this issue, right? India, I'm sorry, I'm looking at you. Some of the incidents that go on over there, like public train stations, for example, right? I'm not even talking about anything else. I'm just like, let's look at that. That needs to be cleaned up and be able to people to be orderly and organized and be thoughtful of the people around them. And that's really what it is. It's just like the realization that you are in a community and the community is only as good as the people in it, and you can't control the people that are in it. You can only control yourself. So at the end of the day, you're somebody who's in it. So be the best version of that and be a beacon of light for other people to look at and see and mold themselves after. I know it sounds childish and like, oh, that's cute. But if we all adopt that mentality, man, all of a sudden the world starts shifting. You see somebody who's down and out in front of everybody, you go over there and help them up. Like, that's going to inspire somebody else to try to do the same. And all you have to do is one person, and one person at a time, slowly can make the world change.
Y'all don't know how to not lead an abortion. Y'all don't know how to stop voting for communists. Y'all don't know how to raise y'all sons. Y'all don't know how to do anything but eat hot chip, twerk, and lie. And I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. It's embarrassing.
Jesus.
So check out my content. You know, I'll be on social media, on X, on Instagram, on my YouTube, just bringing light to these issues because it's a new example almost every day.
But if you look for it, yes, there's probably a new example every day. But there could be a new example this is what I think I even talked about this in another video. If there's a car, I'm gonna paint a picture. If there's a car out on the road and it's locked, and you see, a black kid breaking into it, everyone's gonna assume something. But if you see, a Hispanic person going into it, they're going to call ICE. If you see a white person breaking into the car, they're going to think it's white trash, right? Like, every culture has its problem. And at the end of the day, the underlying similarity is that we're all humans, and humans are imperfect. And instead of, and the older I get, the more I start to believe this, is there is good and evil in the world, but you don't have to be evil. It's a choice, right? And these choices, and good and evil isn't just like comic book villain, like Deku from My Hero Academia and One for All for the villains. Like, it's just constant decisions each and every day to be empathetic, to try to make people laugh. And this is at the end of the videos where I say, make somebody laugh today, because there's enough hate and vitriol out in the world. There's enough chaos. We just saw it. We got 8 minutes of chaos in front of us. So instead of bringing down people, lift people up, make people laugh, put a smile on someone's face today. And if you're picking up what I'm putting down, like the video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.